Thanks for visiting Patient Weather today. I'm meteorologist Al Peterlin. I'd like to talk about the weather health stress for January 18th, 2026. We do keep additional graphics available at tpatw.com, and we do maintain a Patient Weather storefront on Amazon. Amazon purchases made through our Patient Weather storefront supports the activities of Patient Weather. Looking at our surface map for the 18th, we can see that we still have a low pressure center hanging about the Michigan Upper Peninsula, and there is a cold air influx once again coming down the plains, with that front hanging from the Upper Peninsula through Milwaukee to Kansas City. All in all, mild, reasonable temperatures in the southwest and west, frigid air pushing down into the east. Looking at our vitality index, which is a composite, a measure of all of the individual weather elements that could impact human health. And you can see that we have quite a showing for that cold air flowing into Montana and Dakotas. Lots of activity here in the Central Plains to the western Ohio Valley, and still some activity lingering here along the Appalachians and pushing away into the Gulf. Looking at pressure change itself, the one element that does impact a lot of individuals, you can see rising pressure across Montana, North Dakota, and trying to make its way into South Dakota. We have a little bit of rising pressure here, mainly along the Gulf, from Mexico into just the Florida Panhandle. But falling pressure is the issue from the northern half of Texas across Oklahoma, Kansas, into Missouri, Illinois, Iowa, and up into Wisconsin. We still have some lingering falling pressure, but mainly on the coast, really along the island of here on Maryland, into New Jersey, Delaware, and up into really Long Island and the Isles of Massachusetts. Temperature change, kind of interesting because we do have cold air trying to push into northern plains, but with that low, some mild temperatures still hanging in Texas up to Oklahoma to Missouri. But you can see that first shot of very cold air hanging across the southeast and actually in western Pennsylvania up moving into upstate New York. This cold will pass only for a day or so, and then this reinforcing cold will come right back in. Dew point temperatures showing very much the same thing. Rising dew point temperatures here in the low with the low pressure and falling pressure. Cold, falling dew point temperatures in the east, and the vapor very much just confirming that activity. Looking at the change in oxygen availability, it actually reflects pretty much that exact pattern we've been talking about with the risk of migraine here in Montana and North Dakota. We have that risk of migraine across the Michigan Upper Peninsula, and then all the way up the Appalachians, actually from Louisiana across the southeast, picking up all of Florida, and then rising right up the Appalachians to the eastern seaboard through Virginia, West Virginia, into Virginia here, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, across upstate New York, picking up some portions of New England, but mostly coastal New England, but that still is the big migraine risk. Looking at the asthma and arthritis, we picked that up again here in northern Texas, eastern New Mexico, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, into Missouri sharply, and up into Iowa and across into Illinois. Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather. Your comments are appreciated, and if you hurt, let us know where you're located.